Hey, also, if you own a roofing company and you've been running Facebook ads, Google ads, whatever other ads, right? Snapchat ads, TikTok, etc., and you've noticed that either your agency isn't performing like they used to, or you're looking inside of Facebook ads, you're seeing that Facebook is saying this ad's performing, but then it's just kind of not, right? Leads just dry up, even though it said, hey, this was the winning ad. I want to talk to you a little bit about why you shouldn't believe what Facebook says to you inside of Ads Manager or Google or any other platform for that matter, and why you need to have your own tracking set up on the back end to track every single lead, exactly which creative and copy generated those leads, to be able to actually optimize your funnel, not just for cost per lead, but also for cost per appointment. Because if you don't have this in place, what you're going to do is you're going to continually run the Facebook hamster wheel, going with what Facebook says is working and wondering why you're not getting results anymore. And so the biggest thing that has happened is back in 2021, iOS 14.5 dropped, which started doing this like third-party cookie blocking. So it made it hard for you to get your data back on the platform because Tim Cook was like, hey, go F yourself, basically. Ever since then, even with the server-side tracking that you can set up and everything, the data on platform inside of Meta is not as accurate as it used to be. It's the same for Google. It's the same for any other digital ad platform that you have. Like third-party tracking is very, very, very effed up right now. And so if you're trusting in Facebook's platform data to decide what ad's working and what ad's not, I want to show you why isn't going to work for you. So I have an example pulled up with a filter right now. And so what I did is for our clients, we're tracking down to the exact ad where sales came from. Over the past 30 days, there were like 7 sales, and these are the 4 ads that drove those sales. And so if you know anything about advertising, you're going to see something funny here based on what I just said. And that is, okay, these drove sales, but Facebook's saying these ads drove no leads. So how would we get a sale if it never generated a lead? And so that's the main issue that we're having, right? Facebook says, hey, there's been no leads generated here. In our platform, we can see each of these ads right here, even though it says no leads, have generated 1 lead each. And each of those leads drove to an appointment and drove to a sale. So 100% conversion rate. I'm a magician now. I'm just kidding. But this is why it's important that when you're running advertising on any digital platform, that you have proper tracking set up on your end using parameters. We'll talk about what that is in a second. But I just want to dive into this data more, right? So we're looking at this. This ad spent $101.74. We killed it, right? Because it wasn't showing any leads on platform. And then it showed 1 lead, but $100 is still above our target KPI for this client. They like to be around $80 cost per lead. We got that rocking and rolling. And I also saw it down here, $28.31. No leads in Facebook, but when we go back to our tracking sheet, we can see that we have leads generated through this specific ad ID. And so what I'm seeing here based on this data is we had like 2 or 3 sales here, 1 or 2 sales here. I'm not remembering the exact metrics. Sorry, guys. But you can see here, this is between, if it's 1 sale, it's $260 and $130 per sale. Here, if it's 3 sales, it's $12.91 divided by 3, $430 per sale. So both of these are technically generating a better cost per sale than both of these above. But again, with the data we're seeing on Meta, it's saying no leads, no appointments, no sales from this ad, which is not true. And so that's why it's super, super, super important to be tracking down to the ad level on your end, not just trusting Facebook to give it to you, where leads, appointments, and sales are coming from, because otherwise you're going to optimize on false data. And so with that being said, end of the day, if you're not doing this, you're going to have trouble building profitable campaigns on Meta. If you guys want the tracking parameter template that I use for Google, that I use for Facebook, that I use for any of that, for yourself, for your agencies, etc., drop a link below. Just say UTM, and I'll send over the URL tags that we use within Meta so that you can track down as well what ads are actually driving leads, appointments, and sales. Other than that, I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you soon.